Hello, and you are listening to Week 13 of Oneness Project Light One-on-One with Israel Kelly. I'm your host, Cassandra. For those of you that are new, welcome, and thank you for joining us. Our purpose for each episode is to enhance your understanding of life, the universe, and the world around us, by exploring a specific topic more in depth through the eyes of Source. As many of you know, Israel Kelly is fully coalesced with Source energy and has been granted with the universal knowing. He is here to bring messages of love to humanity and to facilitate all of us with the expansion of our consciousness. In last week's episode, Israel Kelly shared his divine knowledge on the subject of money, explaining how money is not the root of all evil, how we all have the ability to instantly manifest money into our lives, and the steps to creating it, and more. Tonight, we will explore the subject of karma, and here is Israel Kelly now. Hello, Israel.
Thanks for having me, Cassandra. I'm delighted to be here. The topic of karma is very interesting. There's a lot of people that they are concerned about that. They want to understand how Dharma and karma works, and it's a very good topic, so let's go ahead.
Wonderful. My first question is, there is a universal law called the law of cause and effect. Many relate this to karma. Is karma one of the universal laws?
Karma and Dharma are human interpretations. However, they're cause and effect. Whatever you cause somebody else to feel, you will feel it one way or another. If you make them feel good, if you spread love, they will feel lovey. That love will come back to you. You're going to have a good life, and you're going to have a good interaction, and people will love you and so on. However, if you spread negativity, you will have negativity back. No doubts about it.
Thank you for that explanation, Israel. So basically, karma is not one of the universal laws. It is simply a human interpretation. And you also mentioned Dharma in your answer. And just to clarify for those who don't know what Dharma is the opposite of karma. Dharma refers to positive consequences, and karma refers to negative consequences.
That is correct, Cassandra. That is correct.
Thank you, Israel. Can you explain what the law of cause and effect is?
Of course, it's very easy to understand and very easy to explain. Nothing happened by accident. Every action has a reaction or a consequence. Whatever you do, you'll get it back. It's the law of cause and effect. The most important lesson is involving the human conduct. The interaction you have with this law, the way that you carry on in your life, your interaction with all the humans, the way you treat them, the way you talk to people, the way you emanate love or fear, you will get it back. It's like a boomerang. It's like you sending something in the air, and eventually will come back to you. If the grounds of your interaction, the ground of your treatment with other humans, the way that you talk to them, the way that you care about them, it's positive, it's well intended, you will get in your life people treating you the same way, one way or another. You might have sometimes people that they do not reciprocate with that same way you have. However, if you're not getting from this person, you will get it from the next person. It's the law of cause and effect. Whatever you cause somebody else to feel, you will feel it too. You make people feel happy, they will make them feel happy too, one way or another. Let's say family members. Let's say that you do something nice for your family, your kids, and so on. Later in life, they will talk highly about you because that is the ground in which you walk. That is the ground in which you put the concerns and the things you did for them, and how hard you try, and how well intended were every action. So those actions, if were positive, it will give you positive results.
That's perfect, Israel. Thank you. I briefly explained what karma and dharma is. Can you tell us in detail what karma is, Israel?
Yes, Cassandra. Karma is just a term. It's the same thing as to say the law of cause and effect. Whatever you make somebody feel about some things, or about yourself, about themselves, is the way that, if it's not them, will be somebody else will make you feel the same way. Call that, if it's something positive, will be because of Dharma, and if it's Negative, it will be caused by your karmas, by your wrong actions, by your negativity. The more aligned with positive vibration you are, the more dharma you will have. The more negative connotation will have your actions and words, um, the characteristics, the things that you do, and the way you treat people, the more karma you will accumulate, or the more negativity will come back to you.
That's great. Thank you, Israel. What goes around comes around is a popular phrase that many associate with karma. Is this how karma works?
That's very precise. What goes around comes around. That's a very popular way to say it. You do good, you receive good. You do wrong, you receive wrong. So we are in the process of creating our reality all the time. We are vibrational beings that we're here to create. If we create good, we'll get a good. If we don't vibrate positive when we are surrounded by negativity, will we act upon that negativity and more negativity will come to us.
Okay, that's great. If karma is a human creation and belief, then by virtue of the law of attraction, we humans created the belief of karma, giving it the meaning of what it is. Due to our powerful collective consciousness around the globe, we manifested karma in our reality to be what it is. Would you agree?
Everything on time, space, reality on planet Earth, everything is a human creation. Everything is a creation. Everything is part of the way we see our reality, the interpretation we have of our surroundings, for our life. So we learned from a very young age, when we were raised, from parents, from school, and so on, that whenever we do something wrong, we get it back. So we are tuned to create that vibration that produces the results of things negative or positive. So that's something that we learn. That's something that is in us. That is something that is printed in our DNA. Is part of the creation. It's part of the experience. It needs to be there. It needs to be there because otherwise you won't come here to experience anything if you didn't have that contrast. The contrast of things, or that dharma or karma, that human understand as good and bad, it needs to exist. Otherwise, how can you cook? How can you have flavor if you don't have that contrast? If you don't have obstacles, how can you achieve? If you don't see the contrast and the difference in between 2 points, the difference in between 2 points is what make you understand, feel, perceive, and create. Have a choice. If you don't have 2 points, that they are difference, that this difference between 2 points, you were not going to be able to create. And the meaning to come to a physical form to have an experience, and you experience every time we come in, it didn't have any meaning. We need a cause and effect. We need to have that law in order to experience things. Depends how we want to experience. If you want to experience good, you vibrate positive. If you want to experience the hardship, if you want to experience obstacles and struggles and so on, then you choose the negative vibration, or the misalignment with who you are.
Thank you for that, Israel. Is believing in karma a hindrance or an obstacle to our spiritual expansion and evolution?
Yeah, Cassandra, our spiritual expansion, the evolution, the expansion of our consciousness, it doesn't stop because karma or dharma. However, when you expand your consciousness, you have a different perspective to understand those laws, like the law of attraction, the law of cause and effect, the one we're talking now. Whenever you're reaching to that expansion of consciousness, you are able to see those things different. So they won't affect the belief. You won't have the human belief as you are expanding more and more in understanding things in a different perspective out of the human belief. The expansion of consciousness is about removing those limitations, those doubts, and that resistance of human belief. So, believing that we can't, believing that we produce bad things, is part of the law. Changing that reality for a positive reality is the intention of the expansion. You expand your consciousness when you understand that as you create your reality, you will be able to change any reality, any negativity by vibrating positive as you are a vibrational being. The more aligned you are with yourself, with the larger part of yourself, with your inner guidance, the easiest will be for you to avoid the consequences or avoid the results from that karma. So the more positive you stay, the more positive you vibrate, the more positive, the more good things you do, the more empowered, the more belief in yourself you have, the more steady, fine vibration, aligned vibration, without any misalignment you have, the easier will be for you to avoid any karma.
That's great, Israel. For someone who has a strong belief in karma, what can we say to them to change their perception and belief about karma?
That is the easiest question. That is the easiest question. That we very simple answer. Spread love. Spread unconditional love. Do good to people. Be kind to people. Spread compassion. Be nice to everyone. Be nice to yourself. Believe in yourself. That will put away every result, every negative result of karma or anything like that by vibrating positive, by bringing the good on you, by listening to your inner guidance, by being good, by remember who you are. You are made of unconditional love, and by being so, you will keep all karma away.
Thank you, Israel. Before we say goodbye, do you have any final thoughts you would like to share with us?
Of course, Cassandra, the final thought is that all of us, we have to vibrate positive. There is no simple words to define who you really are. You are infinite, divine, powerful, eternal. There's so much that we humans are not aware of who they really are. So all that negativity is just a human belief. It's part of what makes humans being able to create a reality, be able to have a new experience every time we come into physicality. However, we can change things around. It's time to change things around. It's time to experience something else without just cause and effect. Let's cause positive. Let's our actions being positive all the time will bring positive towards us and our family, and we're going to have a better life. Contrast needs to be there, flavor needs to be there, but it doesn't have to be this bad. We can make it work. We can still experience as humans, but we can alleviate that experience if we vibrate positive. We understand that we are creator, we are co-creators of our own reality, and we can create anything we want. Final thoughts is that let's do good to everyone. Let's be good to ourselves, and that will put the karma away, far from us.
That was great, Israel. Thank you. Before we conclude our show, I just have a few questions for you, Israel, regarding your services. If someone wanted to contact you and had a question for you, what would be the best way to reach you, and do you charge for any of your services?
Yes, Cassandra, that's a very good question. Anybody can contact me anytime, day or night, by the Facebook Messenger. My cell phone is on the Facebook page, by Twitter, by Instagram, leaving a message, or by sending me an email on onenessprojectlive@gmail.com. And any interaction, any service, any answer, any closer that I can bring to any other human to understand more about themselves is complimentary. We will never charge anybody for spiritual help, for guidance. It's something that is accessible to all of us. It's who we are. It's part of unconditional love, and the way we understand should work. I don't think that money should be involved in it. That's our way to see it. We don't think that we should charge for it.
That's wonderful, Israel. Can you tell us why you offer your spiritual guidance free of charge?
That's very simple to explain, Cassandra. If we're talking about unconditional love, if we're talking about applying the universal law of attraction, meaning that we understand how this law of attraction works and we are able to manifest anything we want. If we do so, if we believe we do as we do, I don't think we need to charge anybody money they could use to something else, whatever needs they might have. We don't need to wait until things are provided to us by somebody, as we master the universal law of attraction. We know how to manifest things instantly, and we don't need to charge for it.
Lastly, there are many spiritual gurus online and offline who accept donations for their services. Do you accept donations, Israel? Many may feel the desire to give something in return for your service and kindness, but if you do not accept payment or donations, how can we give back to you?
That is a very good point, Cassandra. In my case, we do it out of unconditional love, and donations are not necessary. The way to pay back to all this is just by loving each other, trying to be better human beings, spreading the message of unconditional love, and that'll be more than enough, and we'll be pleased with it.
Amazing. Thank you, Israel. I'm completely enamored by your purity, kindness, generosity, and unconditional love. Your beautiful light shines, Israel, and it's so evident in your answers, your posts, your videos, in all that you do. We are truly blessed to be graced by your divine presence. And even though this is a recording, know that there are no boundaries when it comes to energy. It permeates through time-space, and all is happening in the present moment of now. Thank you so much, Israel, for expanding our awareness on the subject of karma. It's been an enlightening discussion. Until next time, this is Cassandra for Oneness Project Light One-on-One with Israel Kelly. Thanks for listening.